Talk about a player. Anthony Milanesi custom cue just into the inventory here at Crossroad Cues. Highly figured BACOTE with a premium lizard wrap on it. This is the what you call the belly cut right there, or the center cut. When a cue maker uses this cut right here, they basically use the whole entire skin. Now, I've heard of some being able to possibly make another wrap when they do the belly cut, but man, it is not easy. So you're getting a premium piece of lizard right here. It's installed perfectly. It's got a great texture to it. But let's take a peek at this BACOTE. Very nice figure all the way through. This cue is real clean. It was made in 2023, again by Anthony Milanesi, who was trained under the world famous Mr. Tony over at Black Boar. Anthony worked with him for quite a while in the shop at Black Boar, and you can tell that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. It didn't. This has a super joint on it. Now, I've seen these on Black Boar cues before, something similar, and there's also a couple of cue makers that we work with that use this type of technology right there. Now, I know some guys use aircraft aluminum. I've heard of different metals. I cannot say for sure what Anthony uses, but I will tell you this. Whenever they use the combination of that material inside there along with black phenolic like this, I don't know what the science behind it is, but I will tell you that it makes the cue play with lower deflection, and it gives it a very solid hit. It almost has like a pop to it when you hit a ball. Definitely big fan right here. 5/16/14 on the joint right there, the joint pin, of course piloted. Now, what I love about what Anthony did the best here is, if you notice the ring work, you've got copper and silver rings at all positions. That copper and silver together really stands out when you look at it with the BACOTE in this cue. Cue makers, of course, use BACOTE not only because it's a beautiful wood that has a lot of figure, but most importantly, BACOTE is going to rank way up on the totem pole. If you have a conversation with several different cue makers and you say, hey, what wood plays the best? Now, of course, you're going to have maple's going to come up in that conversation. Ebony's going to come up in that conversation. BACOTE's going to come up in that conversation. Coco Bolo is going to come up. I'm not going to rate what order they would go in, because as I always say, when it comes to playability and hit, it's always subjective. So it's always going to vary on people's preference. But I will tell you that I will concur. BACOTE is definitely one of the best playing woods, and I think it looks really cool, especially when a cue maker like Anthony does these awesome rings. Look at that copper right there. This cue is in very clean, what I would consider to be close to new condition. There's some marks right on the butt cap right there, as you can see. Looks like it's just, kind of like right there. I don't know if it's kind of a scuff, but no dents, no dings, no scratches. Nice straight cue. Now here, on to what I consider to be one of the best parts, besides that super joint. I really like the way that hits. These shafts are ferruleless shafts, and this is some of the finest shaft wood that you're going to feast your eyes on. I'll tell you that right now. This shaft wood right here, these are real heavy shafts, by the way, so that is a good sign. You can see all the growth rings going through right there. This is what we like to call AAA+ grade shafts, okay, or shaft wood. So these are 4.2 ounces, both of them, exactly 12.8 millimeter, right underneath the tip right there, and then 4.2 ounces. Nice, heavy, growth shafts right here. This is some premium shaft wood. And when you're dealing with these ferruleless shafts, that's something else that Tony does up at Black Boar. Now, I have heard different crazy amounts of money that those shafts go for. But, you know, I've heard people say like $600. I've heard something about $1,000. I don't know, so don't quote me on that. I've never called them, but I know one thing for sure. If you're going to get shafts of this quality, ferruleless, with this type of taper, they're super expensive from Black Boar. This, of course, is not a Black Boar, again, but it was made by a protege of Tony, Mr. Anthony Milanesi. And I've read a lot of great reviews about Anthony's cue making. I've had several people that have messaged me when we posted the other cue. We do have one in Coco Bolo as well. And I've read reviews on how great people think his cues play. So there you go. Very clean, with the exception of the little marks on the butt sleeve right there. You have nice heavy shaft wood and some great looking Coco Bolo with that lizard wrap. It's going to be up on the website soon. Check us out, crossroadcues.com. If you need some financing, we've got that available, and we ship lightning fast.